Hello both, Richard, James. It's an honor having you here in Spain. I'm going to switch a little bit the subject. We're going to talk about basketball, but as BBVA said before, we're here not only worry about this generation of people, but also our future generation. We're here representing a high school basketball association, which now holds more than 200 schools in Spain and holds a tournament that it's around those schools, like based on the model that you guys have in the United States. And I would love you to give us some recommendations for our guys. Now they're growing up with the game of basketball as one of their dreams to become great players. Also good students, because we're not worried just about their basketball environment, also about the studies. You grew up in the 80s in a different country, but you were a kid having a dream, and you reached a little bit later than James, also having your own neighborhood or your own dreams. What would it be your recommendation for our kids in order to be around this great game of basketball?
I think that first of all, believing in your dreams, believing in yourself. Don't have anybody tell you you can't accomplish or do anything, or accomplish your goal. And the reason I say that is because when I was younger and I was growing up, and I remember going to basketball camp, 76ers camp, and Charles Barkley was the speaker. And Charles is different than anybody. Everybody knows that. And when he came in there and spoke to all of us, he said, look at the guy next to you, look at the guy to your left, look at the guy in front of you, look at the guy behind you. And he says, there's a 99% chance that none of you guys will play in the NBA. And I said to myself, I said, hey, you know what, I'm going to be that 1%, and that came from within. I believed in myself. I always treated the basketball like my girlfriend. That's what my dad always said as a kid. Leave the girls alone, treat the ball like your girlfriend, take it wherever you go. And my mom was on the opposite end and always said, hey, you know what, education first. In order to play basketball, you still got to, manage your classes. You got to take your, everything in the classroom to being able to play basketball. And for me, it was a great balance because I understood what basketball meant to me. I understood what education meant to me and things like that. So I just think from you guys' standpoint is, don't be so hard on your kids. Let them enjoy the game, let them have fun with it, but also teach them that, you're not going to play basketball forever. And me and James both knows that. And we wouldn't be able here to speak to you guys about basketball education and things like that without education. So I think you guys are doing a great thing. Just stay with it. Make sure it's balanced. Don't believe that it's all basketball because every kid is not going to make it and things like that. But have them enjoy it and have fun and be blessed and doing something special.
The first thing I tell kids when I see them is they have a better chance of becoming an astronaut than they do an NBA player. And we looked up the statistics. It is actually true. Too many kids in America, in particular, they're putting all their eggs in one basket. They want to become musicians, they want to become athletes. And I like Richard, will tell kids to put their education first, because even if you make it to the NBA, if you can't read your contract, or if you can't balance your checkbook, or if you don't know how to set up checks and balances for yourself, there's a large percentage of NBA players that don't do so well once they retire. So I tell kids all the time, prepare yourself to be the owner of the team, just in case you don't make it. Nobody worked harder than me. I worked very hard, but I broke my ankle my freshman year in college, and I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to play again. And I really wasn't pushing myself as a student like I should have, because I was a really good basketball player. I just knew I was going to make the NBA. But when I broke my ankle, the team was gone traveling, they were practicing, and I was back at the dorm, and it was lonely, and I was hanging out with pre-med students and pre-law students and students, and I got it that you got to have something up here to really make it, whether you play sports or not. So that's what I tell you. That's what I tell you.
Thank you.
ไอครับ